welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaiman on the mic here with today's Eastern Conference playoff matchup between your Cincinnati Royals and the Boston Celtics, who may have the best record in the Eastern Conference going into this postseason. But we are one game away from sweeping these guys and going to the semifinals. So it's going to be a good one here. Make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe. You have to be brand new and like what you see here on the channel as well. That being said, though, let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling. Gonna get the Ron Valambidi in the post. He's just gonna go ahead, back down Robert Williams. He's no match for our superstar rookie. He gets us going with the first bucket of the game. And that's how we get things started here as Ron Valambidi trying to dominate the boards early, but Boston at least off to a little bit better of a start this time around as Kemba Walker gets a really nice transition bucket going the other way, as now it's all knotted up at 6 apiece now as Robert Williams is out on the perimeter, going to get it back out to Kemba Walker, who can't make the three-pointers. So Royals going the other way with it. Tyrese Halliburton get it to Ron Valambidi, who lays it up, and it is good. Ron Valambidi, our number one overall pick from last year's NBA draft. He's going to get us going here. He already has 6 points and a rebound to go with it as well. Maybe an assist, depending on Michael Porter Jr. can do. He can't make the shot go, but Valambidi does end up getting the rebound. Going to go ahead and just run our offense a little bit, see what we can get going. Here's Michael Porter Jr. again with the free bean machine. Although they actually count it as a 2, so that's actually pretty whack. That being said, though, we still got a nice little 4-point lead. Get things started as Jason Tatum tries to lay it up on Grant Williams, but the defense simply too good as Michael Porter Jr. He was looking for his own shot for a second, but instead gonna pass out to Ron Valambidi, who lays it up again. This time had Jalen Green on him. Nobody on the Boston Celtics who has like any sort of talent is tall enough to deal with the size and athleticism with Ron Valambidi. And you can see it early as Michael Porter Jr. You can't forget about him either. He's getting the crowd lit up like a Christmas tree. And Cincinnati off to a phenomenal start. Ron Valambidi also with the takeover badge here as we go ahead, try to pass it out, but we turn the ball over. You hate to see it. Feel like momentum was really going our way as Kemba Walker goes the other way. He gets the layup to go. That's already Kemba Walker's second bucket in this game. As now we got 16-11 ball game here. Jaylen Brown trying to go ahead and pull up on Grant Williams, but Michael Porter Jr. shows it how it's done though. One-handed slam. And Michael Porter Jr. is lit right now. You can already tell he has some serious excitement going on here as the offensive rebounding for Cincinnati playing a huge role for us here early as we have our second unit out here, which, you know, we have a weird second unit. Tony Bradley and Jahlil Okafor play together, so it's a little odd for spacing, you know, here, but the rim protection and the offensive rebounding is impeccable. As speaking of offensive rebounds, Emmanuel Mudiay, he gets an offensive board as well, and he lays it up and gets it to go. So a 10-point game now already as Donny Avdija tries to make it single digits. He can't get the job done either. So Cincinnati going the other way with it here. Lamont Kersey getting it started, finding Emmanuel Mudiay with a nice pass. As Mudiay's second bucket here already. As we're winding down the first quarter already, Donny Avdija inside, but has to deal with Tony Bradley. Nice rim projection here. Late as Josh Green tries to lay it up. He's fouled by Romeo Langford. And that's how this first quarter ends, man. Cincinnati off to one heck of a start on both ends of the floor here already. You absolutely love to see it. You can see Michael Porter Jr. looking towards the Celtic bench, knowing that we do not play around here. Cincinnati already with a 33-19 lead. Second quarter coming. So let's go, man. Second quarter officially underway as Celtics trying to get something a little bit better going here. Robin May now in. Remember, he was a guy that we traded away in order to get Lamar Kersey, the 27 overall pick from this year's draft, as we block Donny Avdija at the rim. But the Celtics get the ball back, but somehow Langford gets it. Avdija, both teams fighting for the board, finding Robin May wide but naked open. When he's open like that, Robin May is capable of making that free. That's why you got to get that three-pointer to go. As we have a little bit shorter of a lineup now, Jahlil Okafor, the only big man out there for us. As we pass it out to the corner, Lamont Kersey open. He drills the open jumper. It only counts as 2 points, though. Couldn't fly out to that three-point line completely. And now 45 to 32, make it 45 to 34 after the Jaylen Brown bucket. It's just an 11-point game going the other way, but it's blocked. Robert Williams gets the block on Ron Valabidi. They go the other way. And there's Jaylen Brown again with another bucket. As they try to cut this thing back in the double digits, Jason Tatum trying to get the mid-ranger danger to go, but can't make it happen. As Malik Beasley moving the ball around a little bit. Going to swing it out some more is finding Michael Porter Jr. The open mid-range jumper, and when he has space like that, most of the time he's making that bucket good. And it's still an 11-point game here. Ron Valabidi going back into the post, but goes a little late on the release, and so Robert Williams, as a result, he gets the takeover badge going for him and starts a fast break, which leads to a Tyrese Halliburton foul. Does end up making both free throws, and it's now down to a 9-point game as Marcus Smart tries to make it 7, but misses his layup on Ron Valabidi. Royals going another way with it now, trying to move the ball around some. Manuel Mudiay trying to call the offense, seeing somebody get open. That simply hasn't happened, so we're going back to Valabidi. Too easy, though. Even with the takeover badge, he's no match for our #1 overall pick. And now Valabidi, he also has his takeover badge turned on as well. And now it's an 11-point game. As now we'll see what Robert Williams has in store. Getting it out to Corey Joseph. He's still in the NBA, but gets blocked by Valabidi. He's now going the other way. Gonna put an emphatic slam down. Making it too darn easy. Valabidi already almost with a double-double here. And now does secure the double-double here in this first half. 20 and 10 performance so far. As they move the ball around some more. Mudiay trying to get to Valabidi once more. We're going to send the double team, though. Michael Porter Jr. wide butt naked open. They're going to make him pay for it. You cannot double team off of Michael Porter Jr. It simply cannot happen. Cannot do it. What are they thinking? I certainly have no idea. As we now extend this thing out to a 14-point lead here pretty still. As we wrap up this first half, we're looking fantastic on both sides of the ball, man. We are 1 half away from closing out the Boston Celtics as an 8 seed, by the way. We would be, I don't know if we're the first team to sweep a 1 seed in real life, but big reason why we're doing it, 6 blocks, and also 66% shooting from the field. That is phenomenal. You love to see it. So let's see if we can finish these guys off once and for all. Second half coming for you guys here as Kemba Walker. He's trying to get Tyrese Halliburton on an ISO. He wanted to have that dance, but going to pass it into Robert Williams instead, who has Malik Beasley on him. That's too easy of a matchup for that young center. As the Celtics trying to get a rally going here, but they got to get some stops on defense too if they want to touch us, although dumb decisions like that. Derek Jones trying to pull up with the mid-ranger danger. That's no good. Boston going the other way with it, though. 65 to 79. About to be 67 to 79. Now a 12-point game here, and both teams really going back and forth with it. Do you see the Boston Celtics shooting percentage? They're shooting 90% from the floor and have not been able to close down on this lead despite the fact that they were absolutely on fire offensively in the second half, is because of great plays, although we passed it out. But it doesn't matter though, Malik Beasley with a great catch and shoot free. So you love to see it. Both teams on fire here in the second half, although looks like Boston is starting to cool off a little bit here as we go deep for Emmanuel Mudiay, who gets it out to Jahlil Okafor. Kemba Walker can't do anything about that. He gets the easy bucket to go. Although it looks like it was Tony Bradley that actually had the score. I actually couldn't necessarily tell, but still a great bucket as we get another three-point attempt from Josh Green. Although that one's not a green machine as he misses that one. An open shot here on top of it is now another free here. Cuts it back down to 16 points. But Josh Green gets a steal though from Robin May. Going the other way. Josh Green! Bang! Another free for the Cincinnati second-year player, a second-round pick. As we could have had another free with Josh Green, but we completely miss out on him though. But doesn't necessarily matter though. We are just demolishing these guys right now, just putting up an absolute offensive clinic in this game as we're not even done with the third quarter yet, and we already almost put up 100 points. Granted, Boston's not doing a terrible job either. They're starting to claw back into this thing a little bit too. They cut it down to a 12-point game after Avijay, well, should make this free throw. I don't know if he actually will or not. He actually doesn't make it. So now we're going fast. We're going back. Josh Green looking for the green bean. Doesn't get it. He misses that one too. Josh Green looks like he might be cooling down just a little bit here as Jaylen Brown tries to go to the cup. He gets fouled by Michael Porter Jr. He makes both those free throws. Is back down to an 11-point game as Robin May now swinging the ball around to the left-hand side. Has Kemba Walker. Boston trying to get one more good shot before this game is over. As Jaylen Brown has a one-on-one on Josh Green. He's going to lay it down with a 40 though. Good Lord. What a slam dunk. As Cincinnati trying to do too much here, so now they can get another bucket if they can succeed, and they do that. So an awful way to end this third quarter here, and all of a sudden it's just a 7-point game. Boston can still come back from this thing. Can we hang on and win this game? Just 10 minutes separate us from the Eastern Conference semifinals. Let's go ahead and take care of business here. Let's go ahead, get the job done for the city of Cincinnati, the Royals, who have the worst record in the NBA, 1 quarter away from going to the Eastern Conference semifinals. Let's get it. So let's go, man. Fourth quarter officially underway here. It's a 7-point game as they get it out to Jaylen Brown to start things out. They're going to take it slow and methodical. Blood play on basketball. Looks like as Robert Williams gets blocked. And now Cincinnati going the other way. Michael Porter pulling up. Can't hit. But Valabidi gets the rebound, though. Cleans up the garbage. And Valabidi absolutely on fire right now. 28 points and 12 rebounds. And Valabidi can add on to that as well. Going to take it deep into the post. But doesn't like what he saw. He's going to pass it out a little bit. Josh Green now handling the ball for the Royals. Looking for Michael Porter Jr., who's wide bug naked open. And makes him pay for it. Free bean. Michael Porter Jr., you'll love to see it. 103-91, and we get a turnover the other way. Here's Josh Green. He can't just shoot. He can lay it up with a 40 as well. Another slam dunk for Josh Green, the one-handed slam. Now 105-93. Cincinnati looking to put the hurting on the Boston Celtics as we get a block. But Malik Beasley is called for the foul. The refs bailed Marcus Smart out. You hate to see it as we get another block. This time they won't call the foul, and rightly so, as they get it to Ron Valabidi. He lays it down himself. Looks right in the eyes of Robert Williams too, I believe, and you can see the difference on screen. Just outplaying the center, and that's the biggest reason why we're doing so well in this series. No answer for Ron Valabidi as he gets his rebound number 13. And now this is point number 36. Good Lord, Ron Valabidi out here playing grown man basketball And we also got other guys on fire too. Malik Beasley, he has a takeover badge, but he can't make it off the floppy as Marcus Smart tries to pull up for free the other way. He can't make his shot either. Cincinnati going the other way with it. Getting it into the post for Ron Valabidi, who now has 38 points. 38 points in this game. And Cincinnati really starting to pull away here. Grant Williams even feeling himself a little bit. He's trying to lay it up. He almost has double-digit points as well. It has been an offensive firepower kind of performance. Grant Williams does end up making both his free throws too. As Kemba Walker, he's going to try his hard to get him back into this thing, but it looks like we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here as Malik Beasley gets another slam dunk as well off of a fast break opportunity here. And you know why we won this game. We're going to win this game because of Ron Valabidi. He's just putting up a clinic here. Double-double in the playoffs. That's how you build your NBA legacy. Just this team was built so well for the playoffs, and it's really coming together here in Season 2. And as much thanks to this guy right here. Now we're at a point where a lot of the players that usually don't get a lot of playing time, they're in the game. Taco Fall, the most lovable player probably on the Boston Celtics, he's in the game now. But we also have guys like Zach Collins, who are in the game, as there's another free from Josh Green as well, as we wrap up the first round of the NBA playoffs and win in 4 games, defeating the Boston Celtics today, 137-117. We'll go ahead now and take a look at the game stats for today's game, as well as who we're going to have to face in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Alright, man, so checking out the stats for the Boston Celtics first, who we just now eliminated from the Eastern Conference playoffs. Kemba Walker, man, he put up a heck of a fight. He had 32 points and 9 assists and didn't even turn the ball over. He just didn't get too much help from his guys on the defensive end. We had guys like Jaylen Brown, who did have 22 points and 6 rebounds, or not 6 rebounds, but 6 assists in the game as well. Jason Tatum had 19, and Robert Williams actually had a double-double, 10. Marcus Smart had 11 as well. And then Donnie Avdija was a second-year player. He usually averages a lot more than what he did in this game, but we definitely shut him down. Taking a live look now at the Cincinnati Royals stats. Ron Valabidi led the way for us, man. 38 points, 13 boards, and 3 blocks. This dude was certainly a man that was playing amongst boys. But you know what? He had a ton of help out there too. Malik Beasley took care of business. He had 17 points out there on the floor. Same thing could be said for Michael Porter Jr. He had 16 points to go with 5 rebounds and was very efficient. Josh Green took care of business, stroking it from free. And Jahlil Okafor too, man. He had double-digit points on top of that. Coming off the bench as well, he had 12 and 6. Grant Williams, not known for his scoring, more of a defensive guy. He had 11 points as well. He got in on the scoring action, so you love to see it. Those role players really going in and stepping up. Emmanuel Mudiay even have a double-double, I should say. 11 and 13. Tyrese Halliburton, he had 8 points but 14 assists. Definitely really developing as a point guard. So now we go ahead and find out who we play in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. The Atlanta Hawks also sweeping their first round series. They beat the Brooklyn Nets 4-0, so we'll play against Trae Young and those Atlanta Hawks going forward, and it's going to be a really good one. So do me a favor and please smash that like button, hit subscribe. You have to be brand new to the channel. Let's go ahead and get it. Till next time, boys.